Assalamu alaikum all of you. Welcome to one more topic for the hardware. Not actually the topic, it's actually the subtopic for the hardware. And we were in this third phase that was input and output devices. And today we will be covering with the digital cameras. So digital cameras are the cameras that we are utilizing nowadays, and we normally call them as DSLRs. Uh, Earlier than that, we were having the traditional cameras, and traditional cameras utilize a film inside them, and that film was developed under a certain lab environment, and then you get the thing. That film was also known as the negatives. But nowadays we do have the DSLRs, or the digital cameras, that are actually capturing the image in a digital format. So what are the basic benefits of these digital cameras? So as you might see on the screen over here, or the benefits you may say, or the task carried out. So they are saying that they are adjusting the shutter speed. Shutter speed means like how many clicks to be taken in a particular time domain. Then they are saying image is being focused automatically. Sometimes you might see that there is a picture that has been clicked, and the front thing is being focused. Other than that, the previous thing has been blurred. So this is also a task of an DSLR or digital camera. It is operating the flash automatically as well. If the requirement is there for the flash, it will open the flash automatically. If there is no requirement, so it's not going to open that flash. And then the last thing is that remove the red eyes. Now earlier in the traditional cameras, when you were clicking the picture in a dark, and you were opening up the flash as well, so at that particular moment there was a black dot in your eyes. But this has been like, you might sound like a Dracula. Okay, so this has been removed in the DSLRs and the digital cameras. When you're going to click a picture in a dark as well while opening up the flash. So even though there will be a, you may say, there will be a natural image of yours or a natural picture of yours, there will be no red eyes or something like that. Now they're saying that when when you are just clicking on the picture, so how the image is being processed. So as they are saying, image is captured when light passes through a lens. So as soon as you're just going to click the button, so there is a light that passes through the lens that's in front of the camera. As the light passes into the front of the camera, from the lens, it creates up the light sensitive cells, and these light sensitive cells are known as pixels. These light sensitive cells are actually known as the pixel. Pixel is also referred to as smallest element of an image. So they are creating up the pixels over there. Light sensitive cells are referred to as pixels, creating an image. Okay, now after that, that light sensitive elements, they are obviously electronic in the electronic format. They are now converted into the digital format by the help of the ADCs, and just after that, it has been converted into the digital format. So now the microprocessor can understand, or your system can understand, what you have captured. And do remember that the number of the pixels in an image is actually determining the size of that particular image as well, or you may say is determining the file size as well. Now the quality of the image. The quality of the image is actually depending on two things. What are those two things? Number one, it's the type of the lens used, which type of the lens is being utilized. So as much as the quality of the lens, or you may say the pixel rate of the lens will be more, so that is the thing that you will be getting a better quality. And the second thing, the second thing that is beneficial, or you may say that that is actually working on, is with the lighting. And how is the lighting? So if the examiner is asking you what does the quality of an image mainly, if they are saying the word mainly, so mainly is something type of the lens used. So it is mainly, it is depending on the type of the lens used. Now coming towards the next part, that is regarding the keyboard. So keyboard is a form of an input device by which you are just giving an input by the typing methodology. You need to strike the keys, and just after striking up the keys, you will be entering your data into the system. So now this is how, or this is what they are explaining, that how a microprocessor or how a system is going to determine that which key you have pressed. So do remember that I might show you one thing. I think so. It's, yeah, it's in front of you. So when in the front of you, So you might see that there are keys over there. So just beneath these keys there is a circuit placed over here, and as soon as you are going to press any of the key over here, so there that microprocessor, or you may say it will be on the motherboard, it's going to be striked. Once it is going to be striked, the circuit is going to complete. Once the circuit is going to complete, it is going to create an electronic signal. That electronic signal will be into the analog format. This will be converted into the digital with the help of the ADC. Once again, let's say analog to digital converter. Now once it has been converted into the digital format, so it will be giving an equivalent ASCII code. Now American Standard Code for Information Interchange, so it will be converted into this form. So the microprocessor can now understand that which key you have pressed. Now if you can see over here, circuit board is placed at a base of the keyboard. When key is pressed, this completes the circuit. CPU determines the key presses on the keyboard, referring to a file identifying the character key presents. Each character has a unique ASCII value. So this was the thing that they have explained over here. Now coming towards the microphone. Now they are telling you that how the microphone is going to capture a voice. So do remember that when it comes to the microphone, so microphone is actually having a metal rod inside that covered with a copper coil, and there is a diaphragm as well. Now what is a diaphragm? Just like the eardrums in our ears, there is a thin membrane that is known as the cover of the eardrum. So similarly, there is a thin membrane in the mic as well. As you are going to speak, like for example right now I am speaking and there is a mic in front of me. So when I am speaking, there is a diaphragm inside the mic. Due to my voice, the air around me is vibrating. The air particles are started to vibrate. Once they started to vibrate, this causes the diaphragm within the mic to vibrate as well. As soon as the diaphragm is going to vibrate, so it is connected to a cone wrapped by a copper coil. You may say in this format. There's a cone, there's a copper coil over it. Okay, and there is a diaphragm in front of it. So as the air vibrates, this causes the diaphragm to vibrate, and this diaphragm is connected to the cone that is covered with a copper coil that moves as well. Okay, so you might see over here it's written, when the sound is created, it causes air to vibrate. Due to the vibration, diaphragm also vibrate. Diaphragm is connected to the cone, which is wrapped by a copper coil, moving cone in and out, causing the coil to move backward and forward. Now the coil started to move as the cone is started to move, so that is the reason that coil starts to move as well, backward and forward. Now this motion actually cuts the magnetic field induction, or you may say induce the electric current. This motion actually cuts the magnetic field, and induces the electric current over there, and this current is in the analog format that is converted into the digital format again with the help of an ADC. So this is how your mic captures an voice, or your mic captures a voice that is produced by you. So that will be all for this session. We will be continuing in the next session with the optical mouse and further on. Thank you so much.